I'm on a train going to SmackDown Live, and I'm going to be repping the NWO, brother. So Chad Hogan Live is taking it to Toronto, Ontario to see SmackDown Live. This summer, WWE came to Toronto in a big way, bringing the entire SummerSlam experience to the city that never sleeps. I was able to get tickets with my friend to an episode televised of SmackDown Live, and admittedly, in all my years of being a wrestling fan, this is my first televised WWE event. So I was pretty excited, and you better believe, as we arrived in Toronto, I was decked out in my NWO gear, brother. So, the train's on its way to Toronto. We're about Oakville or Mississauga now. And SmackDown Live is gonna get a taste of Big Daddy Chad Hogan Live. Alright, here we go. Fans, we are going live to Toronto to see SmackDown and the WWE crew, but I didn't come alone. I persevered and brought with me my tag team champion of the world, my buddy Rob. We have to take a quick time out, but when we return, our correspondent Chad Hogan Live will be on the scene in Toronto before the big show starts. Get ready. Are you suffering from the itch and the burn of anal warts? Well, now there's new Antrax. Try it today.
I tried Antrax and it works. It got rid of the itch and the burn.
Antrax is available through your local doctor. Symptoms may include vomiting, fatigue, diarrhea, severe diarrhea, lack of sleep, restlessness, hepatitis, and even death. If you think Antrax is right for you, contact your local doctor or visit your local Walmart.
Antrax works. It got rid of the itch and the burn.
Antrax. Don't make an ass out of yourself. Fans, we are back, and we're going to take it to our correspondent, Chad Hogan Live. Here we go. We were finally in Toronto, and now it was time to sightsee. My friend and I had many hours to kill before SmackDown Live began, so we wandered around the streets of Toronto to the point of lost and confusion, but it was rather easy to find our way around the grid. However, the first thing I wanted to see was the big kahuna himself, the CN Tower. Look at that monster. That thing's even bigger than the Big Show. Just walking around Toronto representing the NWO, brother, making sure everyone knows tonight, SmackDown Live. And who knows, maybe I'll be there, Chico, and maybe I won't. I probably won't. Way through the city, and one thing I noticed about the traffic is it's absolutely gridlocked. To own a car in Toronto, I don't even know how you'd get anywhere. It almost seems like we're outbeating the cars just by walking. We're getting a little lost here. I'm not sure where we are, but we are pretty close to finding the Scotiabank Arena. However, it's Toronto, and we might have to make a pit stop or three to check out some food, some beer, and some good times. Of course, before we begin tonight's show, we must take a look at one of the most important elements to enjoying a combat sports event, recreational marijuana store. What are you doing with your life? You gonna reach for that empty baggie or controller? Man, you might as well be doing something productive with your mind instead of wasting it. Let me guess, you ought to send your boy a text, or you could send Hoagie College a text and apply today, because that way you might actually be doing something worth doing. You gonna spend the next 25 years of your life going to prison?
Or are you gonna spend the next 25 years of your life working your career and raising your family? I don't wanna hear no excuses. I can't do it. I don't have the money. Fool, find the money. That's why I applied to Hogan College, so I could finally do something with my life instead of my brain turning to mush.
Hogan College, where the special come to learn. Fans, we are back here on Chad Hogan Live. Just look at the majesty of Toronto. It is truly a living, breathing city, 24/7, just like Chad Hogan Live. And there's our friend Robbie walking far, far ahead of the camera. Absolutely breathtaking. Let's bring it back to your boy, Chad Hogan Live. Over here, we see the Much Music building. One day I'm gonna work there. That's kind of like our version of MTV. Robbie D'Lo and I continue traversing, and we had 2 more pit stops before the big show. One of them was Ripley's Aquarium, which I mistakenly confused as Dean Cain from Ripley's Believe It or Not. We are here at Ripley's Believe It or Not Aquarium, and we got exclusive entrance and access to the Chinese goldfish. This little bugger has gone extinct many years ago, but Chad Hogan Live can exclusively tell you that we are breeding it here in Toronto, and that's what makes Toronto such a cool city. Little creatures like these that only live in Toronto. That we've established our presence at Ripley's Believe It or Not Aquarium. Although I wasn't able to meet Dean Cain, I am still looking to establish my presence here in Toronto, Ontario, so let's keep looking. I just had to take a little stop for a small coffee here in one of Toronto's best coffee shops, Aroma Coffee. I've never had any before, but I gotta tell you, Chico, this here's the best damn cappuccino this bad boy's ever drunken. Hey, yo. As we continued our journeys, I tried to remember that we weren't here to sightsee. Okay, maybe just a little bit, but we were here for a purpose, damn it, to watch SmackDown live at the Scotiabank Arena. You know, we've been enjoying the sights and sounds of Toronto, brother. We've been enjoying all the little shops, the coffee shops, the donut shops, the burger joint, the joint, you know what I'm saying? But now we've actually arrived at the Scotiabank Arena, and just under an hour, yours truly, Chad Hogan Live and #Delimpio, we will be checking out the latest 2019 WWE SmackDown Live under Eric Bischoff's executive direction. Let's see if there's anything little or largely noticeable and different about this week's episode. And fans, we're back in the arena, eagerly awaiting the show to begin. Wait a minute, oh my God, that's Big Daddy himself, Chad Hogan Live here in the arena. What are we about to see? This could be the greatest night in the history of sports entertainment. I forgot about these things, but food is rather expensive here. Not the WWE's fault, but damn it, if popcorn wasn't $8.50 and a bottle of water, $6.50 for a grand total of fuck. As I wander around Scotiabank Arena, one thing I can't help but notice is there are tons of wrestling neckbeards everywhere. I'm talking the biggest necks, the longest beards. It's pretty crazy, and I think I'm home. Here we go, Toronto, welcome to SmackDown Live! Ladies and gentlemen, no way. If it isn't Alex McKechnie, handshake. Long time no see.
I know. What'd you guys get?
Good to see you guys. We have a world champion amongst us. Look at that, goodness gracious. That is a beautiful title belt. The Intercontinental Championship and the United States. Let's see that. That's beautiful too. Cool, how much were those?
$450.
Woo-hoo! Good for you. That's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Hogan Live here. We are ready to start off SmackDown Live. And rumor has it Kofi Kingston will be here with his championship as well as the New Day and maybe a couple of old days. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Have you ever thought about doing drugs? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Is it worth it?
A message from our local sponsor.
All right, just gonna go in for a closer shot before the show starts. Careful, careful. Don't want to hit anyone. Whoop, almost dropped my phone. Okay, here we go. Look at that crowd. That's huge. We are sold out in Toronto. Guys, what a crazy event. SmackDown Live was absolutely amazing. And this is, go ahead, come on through. It's just Chad Hogan Live, our favorite YouTube character. SmackDown Live was fan-freaking-tastic. I am absolutely going, oh my God, what are we seeing here? Chad Hogan Live is getting absolutely destroyed by A-Rod. Somebody call security. Oh, the humanity.
So make sure you check out SmackDown Live at a local city near you.
Thanks for watching my video. I love this stuff. Make sure you subscribe to all my social media pages. I don't update them often, but maybe I will soon. See you next time.